A very good morning. It's just past 8 this Tuesday morning and time again for the breakfast show. I'm Rukma, and over the next 1 hour we take you through the major happenings from across India and the world, beginning with detailed reports on the novel coronavirus outbreak. As India increases preparedness, China too clearly leaving no stone unturned to respond to the terrible outbreak. We have our reporters on the ground giving us all the latest. News of the campaigning as election date for the Delhi Assembly polls draws near, following the Prime Minister as he attends the NCC rally in Delhi and inaugurates the third Global Potato Conclave at Gandhinagar. We'll also be taking a look at newspaper headlines published from the national capital and also bring you the latest news from the world of sports. But first, here's a look at the top stories we're tracking at this hour.
Headlines is sponsored by Wonder Cement. एक perfect शुरुआत.
India prepares to combat coronavirus. No case of the virus confirmed in the country so far. Cabinet Secretary chairs review meeting. MEA to request Chinese authorities to evacuate Indians from virus-stricken Wuhan city of China. Meanwhile, death toll climbs to 106 in China. Global stocks slide to two-week low due to fear of economic impact of the virus. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hails tripartite accord signed between Centre, Assam government and Bodo groups, says the accord will further protect the unique culture of the Bodo people. PM Modi to distribute awards for meritorious cadets in NCC rally today in New Delhi. Also will address a third Global Potato Conclave in Gandhinagar, Gujarat through video conferencing. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla writes to European Parliament President over joint motion for resolution against Citizenship Amendment Act, says, as members of Inter-Parliamentary Union, we must respect sovereign processes of fellow parliaments. Campaigning heats up for Delhi elections. BJP, AAP and Congress to hold public meetings in various places across Delhi today. US President Donald Trump to announce major Israel-Palestine peace plan today at the White House with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu by his side. Palestinian leaders who have not been invited to the White House reject the US initiative, accusing the Trump administration of being pro-Israel. In the Australian Open, American Sophia Kenin makes her first career Grand Slam semi-final after defeating Ons Jabeur 6-4, 6-4. Pair of Leander Paes and Latvian Jelena Ostapenko will face second round of the mixed doubles today.
Headlines was sponsored by Wonder Cement. एक perfect शुरुआत.
Welcome once again in our top story. As alarm bells ring across the globe with the spread of novel coronavirus, India prepares to combat its onslaught. There is no case of the virus so far in India, but the government is fully prepared. For Indians in Wuhan, the government has decided to prepare for their possible evacuation, a decision taken at a high-level meeting chaired by the Cabinet Secretary, which carried out a detailed review of the situation arising out of the outbreak of the virus in China. Meanwhile, the Indian Embassy in China has released a third hotline number. Special care is being taken by the Indian government too to assure that all steps are in place should the need ever arise to respond to any situation in this regard. According to the Health Ministry update, no case of coronavirus has been found in India. In response to confirmed case of coronavirus in Nepal, vigil has been strengthened in Panitanki in West Bengal, which is the entry point from Nepal. Vigil has also been stepped up in districts bordering Nepal. Health teams have been deployed at border outposts with Nepal at Julaghat and Jaljibi in Pithoragarh district of Uttarakhand. Separate wards have been set up at AIIMS and Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital in the national capital. Director of National Centre for Disease Control has visited RML Hospital and reviewed the preparations. The Union Health Secretary has reviewed the situation and through video conferencing spoken to the Home Secretary and the Chief Secretary of 5 states adjoining Nepal and the Directors General of Police. And joining us now is our correspondent Nitendra Singh for more details and information on the steps being taken by the Indian government. Nitendra, India is stepping up preparedness as cases of the virus increase in China. Cabinet Secretary chairs a review meeting on the matter. Take us through significant steps, significant decisions. Also, how will Indians in Wuhan be brought back? Is the government, what are the updates, what progress has been made in that regard?
देखिए कल कैबिनेट सेक्रेटरी ने तकरीबन 5 सेक्रेटरियों के साथ मीटिंग की और उसमें जो अब तक जो चाइना में कोरोना वायरस फैला है उसको लेकर के जो भारत में क्या क्या कदम उठाए गए हैं बाकी तमाम मंत्रालयों की तरफ से उसकी उन्होंने जानकारी ली और कुछ निर्देश भी दिए और इस बात पर भी एक सहमति बनी कि जो चीन में छात्र तकरीबन वुहान में 250 छात्र हैं उनको कैसे वहां से निकाला जाए और इस बात को लेकर के एक सहमति बन गई है, लेकिन जरूरत पड़ेगा उसी हिसाब से विदेश मंत्रालय और स्वास्थ्य मंत्रालय के टच में है और कैसे जो यहाँ के भारत में का जो दूतावास है चीन में वहाँ के भी संपर्क में है, तो किस तरह से वहाँ के छात्रों को निकाला जाए इसको लेकर के सहमति बनी है, क्योंकि लाना एक बड़ी कठिन बात है, क्योंकि यहाँ लाने के बाद उनको क्वारंटाइन करना पड़ेगा, सबको एक जगह रखना पड़ेगा और उनकी जांच होगी, स्क्रीनिंग होगी और उसके बाद कैसे उनको घर तक लाया जाए, ये तमाम ऐसे मुद्दे थे जिस पे चर्चा हुई। लेकिन ये बात तय है कि भारत इस बात को लेकर के सतर्क भी है कि उन बच्चों को निकाला जाए। जो सबसे बड़ी बात है कि कैसे भारत में कोरोना वायरस के मामले न आए, इसको लेकर के जो जिस तरह से स्क्रीनिंग हो रही है, तकरीबन 30,000 से ज्यादा पैसेंजर की स्क्रीनिंग अब तक हो चुकी है। तो एयरपोर्ट पे सर्विलांस है, पोर्ट पे, बंदरगाहों पे सर्विलांस पे रखा गया है। कल जो तटीय इलाके हैं, चाहे वो उड़ीसा के हो, भुवनेश्वर के इलाकों में, तो जो मछुआरे हैं उनको सेंसिटाइज किया गया है। उनके इलाकों में हेल्थ मिनिस्ट्री की टीम गई है और उनको बताई है कि कैसे उनको एहतियात बरतना है। और उसके अलावा कल हेल्थ सेक्रेटरी ने जो 5 नेपाल से सटे हुए राज्य हैं, क्योंकि नेपाल में भी एक कोरोना वायरस के कंफर्म मामला सामने आया है, तो उन राज्यों के मुख्य सचिव और डीजीपी से वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग के जरिए उन्होंने बॉर्डर इलाके में सर्विलांस बढ़ाने के निर्देश दिए और वहां पे हेल्थ कर्मियों को, स्वास्थ्य कर्मियों को वहां पे नियुक्त किया गया। एसएसबी जो बॉर्डर पे तैनात है नेपाल और भारत के बॉर्डर पे, तो उनको सेंसिटाइज किया गया कि कोई भी अगर लोग इधर से उधर आ रहे हैं, जा रहे हैं, उनकी निगरानी की जाए। ये तमाम कदम उठाए जा रहे हैं। दूसरी तरफ जो जितने भी बड़े अस्पताल हैं, चाहे वो एम्स हो, सफदरजंग हो, आरएमएल हो, दिल्ली में, बाकी जो बेंगलुरु, कोलकाता और चेन्नई, कोचिन के जो बड़े अस्पताल है, उनमें आइसोलेटेड वार्ड बनाए गए हैं। उत्तर प्रदेश में भी मुख्यमंत्री ने निर्देश दिया है कि सभी अस्पतालों में कम से कम 10-10 बेड जो है वो आइसोलेटेड बेड बनाया जाए, इसको लेकर के। तो तमाम राज्य अपने अपने स्तर पर तैयारी कर रहे हैं कि भारत में पहले तो ये केस कोरोना वायरस पहुंचे न, अगर पहुंचता है तो उसमें कैसे एहतियात बरतने की जरूरत है। वो तमाम सर्कुलेशन और जो गाइडलाइन है वो तमाम राज्यों को दे दी गई है। कुछ 12 सैंपल भेजे गए थे एनआईवी पुणे को, तो उसके जो रिपोर्ट अब तक निगेटिव आया, तो भारत में अभी तक कोई केस नहीं है। तो सरकार कई स्तरों पे काम कर रही है। एक तो जागरूकता के स्तर पे काम हो रहा है, स्क्रीनिंग के स्तर पे हो रहा है और जो अपने सिस्टम है उसको सेंसिटाइज किया जा रहा है।
Right. On the part of the authorities, clearly no stone left unturned in order to ensure that India is fully prepared. No case of the virus has been confirmed here so far. But Nitendra, what about spreading the word among the general public? Is there any consideration, any decision or any step being mulled over in this regard to spread news about the virus or information about the virus among people?
देखिए, जिस तरीके से तकरीबन 12 देशों में कोरोना वायरस फैल चुका है, तो जिस तरीके से लगातार मीडिया में खबर आ रही है, अखबारों में भी आ रहा है और सोशल मीडिया पे इस तरह की खबरें आ रही हैं, तो हर आदमी लगभग अवेयर है उसके बारे में, ये जानना चाहता है कि कैसे फैलता है, इसके प्रिकॉशन क्या है, डूज और डोंट क्या है। तो निश्चित तौर पे लोग भयभीत नहीं है, लोगों को पता है कि इसके सिम्टम क्या है, सर्दी जुकाम बुखार सांस लेने में तकलीफ, यही इसके सिम्टम है जैसे आम वायरस के होते हैं, जब वायरल फीवर होता है तो उसी तरह के सिम्टम यहाँ इसके भी है। और अगर हो जाता है तो हमें याद हुआ कि जब H1N1 हुआ था तो जो उसमें भी जो सेम प्रिकॉशन लिया जा रहा था कि भाई आप मास्क लगा के रखें या फिर क्लोज कांटेक्ट में न आए, हाथ को अपने फ्रिक्वेंटली साबुन से धोएं, खाने से पहले, खाने के बाद, या कहीं घर से बाहर से आप घर में आ रहे हैं तो सबसे पहले साबुन से हाथ धोएं। तो ये जो प्रिकॉशन है वो लोगों को पता है, लोग बार बार इस बात की चर्चा कर रहे हैं, भयभीत नहीं है क्योंकि भारत में कोई कोरोना वायरस का केस अभी तक नहीं आया है। लेकिन जिस तरीके से चाइना में और बाकी दूसरे देशों में है तो उनके बारे में अवेयर जरूर लोग हैं, लेकिन भयभीत नहीं।
Right, Nitendra, thank you so much for joining us there and for your inputs. And there on your screen, the symptoms of coronavirus, which we have been continuously airing for some time now. Meanwhile, in China, where the virus originally started, the country is racing against time to contain its spread as the death toll rises to 106. More than 3,000 persons are infected globally, with 41 overseas cases. The Indian embassy is in talks with China for evacuation of Indians there. The embassy has been urging Indians in Wuhan to provide all their details so that formalities with Chinese authorities are complete. This is a basic requirement for any eventual evacuation. Hubei has suspended application of ordinary passports and exit entry permits for Chinese persons. However, according to the National Immigration Administration of China, special channels will be open for individuals who have to leave the mainland for urgent reasons. Authorities in Hubei province have said that all medical expenses of patients infected by the virus will be covered by local governments. Meanwhile, WHO Chief Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus is expected to arrive in Beijing to take stock of the situation and to understand and support the efforts of the Chinese government to respond to the outbreak. He said in a tweet that WHO has activated global networks of experts and is trying to activate the response system in various affected countries. Chinese scientists are trying to develop a vaccine for novel coronavirus meanwhile. And China's Ministry of Education has announced that the 2020 spring semester for schools will be postponed due to the virus outbreak. The MOE did not give the exact opening dates of the new semester for colleges and universities under the ministry, but indicated that the decisions should be made depending on their localities. The MOE suggested that colleges and universities under the central government's other ministries or departments also postpone the school semester accordingly. And joining us now is our correspondent Anshuman Mishra on the phone line from Beijing. Anshuman, well, as the death toll steadily rises in coronavirus cases in China, the government there clearly leaving no stone unturned in its response to the outbreak. Full credit to the Chinese government here. But what about the people? How are they coping as movement becomes more and more restricted? How hard is normal life hit there? Also, how far has progress been made for the evacuation of Indian nationals from Wuhan?
Rukma, the situation in Wuhan right now is not good, I would say. Around 100 deaths have taken place only in Wuhan out of 106. Total number of infections as per the state television, it has reached around 4,000.
Right.
Maybe more than 4,000 infections. Also, I would like to update that World Health Organization chief has arrived in Beijing and he is in holding talks with the Chinese leadership. And he should be able to now make a call for a considered call for declaring it as a global emergency or not. Maybe after this visit, it will be more clear. Nonetheless, the situation, and as you said, China is racing against time. It has increased its efforts, many stringent measures, And among these many countries, out of these steps, China is also considering the request made by various countries for evacuation of their citizens. And it is learned that United States could be the first country which will evacuate its citizens and its diplomats from Wuhan, and that is likely to be today.
Right.
So if it happens, it means that all the systems are operational, all the systems are in place, like immigration system, the other operationalities at the airports, and obviously with all the safety and security measures in place. So if it happens today, probably other countries could also be in the line, and India is already India is already in talks with Chinese government for the further steps, and all the options are open, which means that evacuation is also an option, with Cabinet Secretary clearing the evacuation option yesterday, because evacuation is not an easy thing in such a biological hazardous situation, Rukma.
Right.
Because if they are being evacuated from here, they must be placed somewhere under observation, either in India or here before moving. Somewhere this arrangement has to be made for those 250 or 260 odd Indians who are still in Wuhan.
Right.
Rukma.
Right. What about the general public? What are the challenges that they are facing at this time in terms of availability of supplies as movement becomes more and more restricted, and the danger is surely being felt as the disease spreads further within the country?
Rukma, if I talk about the epicenter, the Wuhan and the nearby cities, the situation is problematic. People are facing issues. Supplies are also running short. But yesterday there was a statement by Deputy Government of Wuhan province that essential supplies have been made functional. Taxis are also around 6,000 taxis and car hailing services have been made available. Around 3 cars per community, so that any emergency movements can be made. Because people might be having other health conditions also apart from this coronavirus. Those conditions are at the very low priority for health authorities. So these kind of issues are there. The local governments are trying to keep up with all these difficulties. Though it would be early to say that things are reaching to a normal state, that's far from this normalcy.
Right.
However, if I talk about Beijing, here number of death cases, the national capital of China, the number of death cases has, the death case is only one, Rukma, but number of infections has reached around 80. So situation is, the spread is happening here also, and people are a little worried.
Right.
Though the government has announced that being a national capital, it won't be shut down.
Right.
The transport within the city will be normal. But yeah, the situation is, the fear is there among the citizens, and they are taking all the precautions.
Right, right. So Anshuman, right now all eyes on what the WHO team that has arrived there in China, what decisions it announces, whether it takes the decision to announce it as a global emergency as the death toll in the coronavirus cases in China rises, also infected cases on the rise. Thank you very much, Anshuman.
Rukma, regarding WHO, I would like to add that
right.
on 2 previous occasions, one in 2009 and in 2004, the Ebola virus, and swine flu in 2009.
Right.
These 2 cases are the examples when WHO either acted too swiftly or acted too late. In
right.
2009, it was too swift. In 2014, it was too late. So in both the cases, it's a problematic situation. I think that's why WHO is taking a very major and considered decision this time. I hope that it will make good decision within time. It won't be late.
Right.
Rukma.
Right, Anshuman. Thank you so much for joining us with those details. And more on the coronavirus cases. Hong Kong confirmed the 8th case of Wuhan coronavirus on Monday, after the city's leader declared the financial capital would upgrade its preparedness to emergency levels. A leading epidemiologist at the University of Hong Kong said the spread of the Wuhan novel coronavirus could lead to a global pandemic if public health authorities do not impose draconian measures. And the South Korean government has raised its infectious disease alert level after the fourth case of coronavirus was confirmed in the country. South Korean health minister has presided over the first emergency response meeting on the virus spread. South Korean President Moon Jae-in has meanwhile ordered a thorough inspection of all entrants from Wuhan. And Thailand Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha on Monday said that the coronavirus outbreak was under control despite the country having the most confirmed cases outside China. Thailand has so far recorded 8 cases of the virus, which includes 7 Chinese visitors from Wuhan and a Thai woman who visited the central Chinese city that is the epicenter of the outbreak. In Russia, again, tour operators have stopped selling package holidays to China due to the coronavirus outbreak there. Russia, which does not have any confirmed cases of the new virus, has direct daily flights to several Chinese cities and has ramped up sanitary and quarantine control at all entry points. Moscow has been in talks with China about evacuating Russian nationals from the Chinese city of Wuhan and Hubei province that are at the center of the outbreak. Direct flights to Moscow from Wuhan were suspended last week. Russia is working to develop a vaccine against the coronavirus strain. And now moving on to other news stories. Back home, a stir nearly 5 decades old that led to over 4,000 killings in the northeast has been permanently settled. An accord was signed in New Delhi yesterday involving all stakeholders that resolves the Boro issue. Under the pact, not only will armed cadres surrender with their weapons, a 1,500 crore rupees package will also be given to the region and community, which will get a distinct identity, more powers and added protection. Here are the details.
Reflecting the development of the Northeast, the central government has delivered another landmark gift in the new year for the region. An accord was signed on Monday in the presence of Home Minister Amit Shah for the permanent settlement of the Bodo issue. The tripartite agreement was signed by Assam Chief Minister Sarbanand Sonowal, the top leadership of the 4 factions of the NDFB, ABSU, Home Ministry Joint Secretary Satendra Garg and Assam Chief Secretary Kumar Sanjay Krishna. The party to this accord are the central government, the Assam government, the Bodoland Territorial Council or the BTC, the All Bodo Students Union or the ABSU, National Democratic Front of Bodoland or the NDFB Dhirendra Boro Group, NDFB Rajan Daimari faction, NDFB Saragwara faction and the United Boro People Organization or the UBPO. Prime Minister Modi, he praised on the accord as it was signed, saying it will usher in a new dawn of peace, harmony and togetherness. He said it's a very special day for India as the accord with the Bodo groups will lead to transformative results for the Bodo people. Home Minister Amit Shah described the pact as ushering in the golden future of Assam and the entire Northeast region, saying the Bodo issue has now been permanently settled.
मैं मानता हूं कि ये एग्रीमेंट बोडो क्षेत्र के लिए और असम के लिए एक बहुत विकास का रास्ता प्रशस्त करने वाला एग्रीमेंट होने जा रहा है और इसके साथ असम के अंदर भी जो इरिटेशन था कि कभी न कभी असम का विभाजन होगा, आज असम अखंड रहकर अपने साथियों को महत्व देकर उनको भी विकास की धारा में शामिल कर उनकी भाषा, उनकी संस्कृति और उनके अधिकारों को सुरक्षित कर एक अखंड असम आज से सब लोग फील कर रहे हैं.
Around 1,500 armed cadres with nearly 500 weapons will become part of the national mainstream as part of the accord. All the 4 NDFB faction will also join the national mainstream. A package of 1,500 crore rupees will be given over 3 years. It will be used for implementing several special projects for the region. The BTC's powers in territory will get expanded under the accord. The number of BTC seats will be expanded from 40 to 60. Bodo community's social, cultural and linguistic rights will be secured. The land rights of tribals will also be protected. The Home Minister added on the occasion that the central government remains committed to the development of the Northeast and is ready to talk to anyone to ensure peace and progress.
नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लोग एक प्रकार से अपने आप को कटा हुआ महसूस करते थे। मोदी जी ने हर महीना, हर 15 दिन हर एक राज्य में एक केंद्रीय मंत्री जाए, वहां से शुरू कर हर राज्य की राजधानी को रेलवे से, एयर कनेक्टिविटी से, बहुत सारे ब्रिजेस, बहुत सारे इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के काम। तो जो नारा दिया था प्रधानमंत्री जी ने, सबका साथ सबका विकास, और अब इसके साथ सबका विश्वास जोड़कर ये पूरे नॉर्थ ईस्ट क्षेत्र को एक अशांति से बाहर लाने का, अस्थिरता से बाहर लाने का एक प्रयास हुआ है।
The Assam government praised Prime Minister Modi's leadership for the pact and said that there will be no compromise with the Assam's territorial integrity because of it. It also assured that the rights of Bodo people will remain safeguarded.
आज इस समझौते के द्वारा ये बात साबित हुआ, असम की जो टेरिटोरियल इंटीग्रिटी हमेशा ये इंटैक्ट रहेगा। दूसरी बात, शांति व्यवस्था हमेशा हमेशा सही सुरक्षित रहेगा। और तीसरी बात, बोडो कम्युनिटी का ऑलराउंड डेवलपमेंट ये संभव होगा। उनकी सामाजिक, सांस्कृतिक, जो भाषा, आइडेंटिटी, लैंड राइट, सब सही सुरक्षित किया जाएगा।
Bodo become associate official language for state of Assam, Hills tribe status for Bodo people, and an autonomous welfare council for the Bodo Kosari living outside BTAD area. So this is in the political area.
Bodo leaders have also expressed satisfaction over the settlement.
सिग्नेचर देने के बाद मैं समझता हूँ बोरो की 20 और बोरो इलाका में कोई उग्रपंथी रिवोल्यूशनरी ग्रुप नहीं होगा।
आज जो समझौता है उससे जरिए शांति आएगा, और जहाँ शांति आएगा तो विकास का काम तेजी से चलता है।
People associated with the border cause celebrated in unbridled fashion at Delhi's Vijay Chowk. Even on Sunday during his radio program Man Ki Baat, the Prime Minister spoke in detail about Assam, saying, "We all should get down to building a new India where peace is the answer to every question." It was after the formation of the Modi 2.0 government that the efforts to settle the border question gained pace from August last year. With Sudhakar Das in Delhi, DD India.
The Prime Minister will today attend the NCC rally at the Karyappa Parade Ground in New Delhi. He will inspect the Guard of Honor and review the march past by the various contingents. Along with a cultural performance, the cadets will present their capabilities in fields like adventure sports, music and the performing arts. The Prime Minister will also distribute awards among meritorious cadets. Prime Minister Modi will today inaugurate the third Global Potato Conclave at Gandhinagar in Gujarat through video conferencing. The 4-day conclave will provide an opportunity to bring all stakeholders on one common platform. This will be a unique event to expose different stakeholders of the country to the frontiers of knowledge and innovations in potato cultivation research. Gujarat is one of the leading producers of potato in the country. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla on Monday wrote to the European Parliament's President David Maria Sassoli over resolutions against Citizenship Amendment Act. The letter reads, I quote, "I understand that the joint motion for resolution has been introduced in the European Parliament on Citizenship Amendment Act. As members of the Inter-Parliamentary Union, we must respect sovereign processes of fellow legislatures." The letter further reads, it is inappropriate for one legislature to pass judgment on another, a practice that can be misused by vested interests. I would urge you to consider the proposed resolution in this light, confident that none of us want to set an unhealthy precedent. He also said, I would urge you to consider the proposed resolution in this light, confident that none of us want to set an unhealthy precedent. And referring to the issue, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu asserted there is no scope for outside interference in India's internal matters, expressing concern over the trend of foreign bodies interfering in matters that are completely within the purview of the Indian Parliament and the Indian government. The Vice President said such efforts are totally uncalled for and unwarranted. He expressed hope that they will refrain from making such statements in the future. The Vice President further said that as a mature republic and democratic polity, India is capable of addressing concerns of its citizens and needs no advice or guidance in such matters from others. And moving on to news about the Delhi Assembly elections, campaigning is on in full swing for the forthcoming Assembly polls. Leaders of all parties are holding rallies and public meetings to woo voters. BJP President J.P. Nadda will address public meetings in Shalimar Bagh, Tilak Nagar and Harinagar. Union Minister and senior BJP leader Rajnath Singh will hold 3 public rallies in Delhi today. Leaders of other parties are also holding rallies across Delhi. Delhi Chief Minister and Aam Aadmi Party convener Arvind Kejriwal will also hold roadshows at Karawal Nagar, Gokulpur, Mehrauli, Chhatarpur and Delhi Cant today. Meanwhile, Nalin Chauhan, Nodal Officer Media of Delhi's Chief Electoral Officer's office, in a press conference on Monday, shared details of violations of the Model Code of Conduct that have taken place in the national capital. He said a total seizures worth 38.64 crore rupees have been made till date, in addition to a total of 402 entries with regard to violations of the Model Code of Conduct.
हम लोगों ने अभी कुल ओवरऑल जो सीजर किया है वो 38.64 करोड़ का किया है। इसी के अलावा हमने जो आज तक जो आदर्श आचार संहिता के उल्लंघन में 402 प्रविष्टियां की गई हैं, दर्ज की गई हैं, जिसमें 390 एफआईआर हैं और 12 डीडी हैं, डीडी प्रविष्टियां एंट्रीज हैं। उसमें 21 जो हैं वो आम आदमी पार्टी के खिलाफ है, जिसमें 17 एफआईआर दिल्ली प्रिवेंशन ऑफ डिफेसमेंट प्रॉपर्टी एक्ट में और 3 + 1 मतलब 4 डीडी एंट्रीज हैं। इसी तरह कांग्रेस के विरुद्ध 10, भाजपा के विरुद्ध 5 और 366 जो एंट्रीज हैं वो नॉन पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज हैं, उनके खिलाफ की गई हैं।
And preparations are on in full swing for the 11th edition of the biennial Mega Defence Exhibition, Def Expo 2020, to be held at Uttar Pradesh capital Lucknow between February 5th to 9th, 2020. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be inaugurating Def Expo 2020. But why is the expo significant? We tell you more in this report.
The 11th biennial edition of Defence Expo 2020 is scheduled to be held for the first time in Uttar Pradesh. 11th Def Expo will be organized from 5th to 9th of February 2020 in Lucknow. Main theme of the Defence Expo will be India, the emerging defence manufacturing hub. Focus of Def Expo India 2020 will be on digital transformation of defence sector. The exhibition will also highlight emergence of UP as an attractive destination for investment in the defence sector. It offers an excellent opportunity for the Indian defence industry to showcase its capabilities and promote its export potential.
Well, a mobile application has also been developed over here. Well, you can get all the significant and important information from these mobile applications with respect to Defence Expo 2020. Well, as far as the schedule is concerned, you can get to know that which event is happening on which date. So all the information is provided on this mobile applications of Defence Expo. Important part is that there are various speakers who will be speaking at the Defence Expo 2020. So you can get all the information about these speakers who are related to the defence sector via this mobile applications. But yes, last but not the least, look at this, the products. There are various products that are listed as far as this mobile application is concerned, which will be showcased in this Defense Expo 2020 in Lucknow. So be it the air systems, the aircraft, the ammunition, the armor vehicle, so all these products will be showcased in the Defense Expo, and you can get all the information about all these products via this mobile application.
UP has a strong defense industrial infrastructure, and one of the 2 defense industrial corridors of India is also planned in Uttar Pradesh. The corridor will encourage defense MSMEs, including our Indian defense industry.
70 से भी अधिक देशों ने अपने यहाँ पार्टिसिपेशन की पुष्टि की है, तो मुझे लगता है कि काफ़ी लार्ज स्केल में कंट्रीज पार्टिसिपेट करेंगी। ये हमारे डिफेंस इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर को, जो कि लखनऊ, अलीगढ़, आगरा, इन सब एरियाज में पास करता है, इन नोड्स को में हमारी आर्थिक व्यवस्था को बहुत ही बूस्ट देगा।
DEF Expo 2020 is sure to bring the leading technologies in the defense sector under one roof and provide ample opportunities for government, private manufacturers, startups and the entire space. Arun Sharma, DD News.
And our correspondent Ashutosh Shukla joins us from Lucknow for more on this story. Ashutosh, a very good morning to you. Well, 989 exhibitors have that's nearly 1,000 exhibitors have already registered for the DEF Expo that's scheduled to take place in the first week of February itself. Not long left for that. Take us through the kind of preparations in place, and also what information you have about the sectors that, as far as Indian exhibitors are concerned, what are the sectors in terms of technology and so forth that they are concentrating on that will be visible the most?
रुकमा, अगर तैयारियों के लिहाज से देखा जाए तो उत्तर भारत के लिए यह पहला अवसर है कि जब उत्तर भारत में ये 11वां संस्करण जो डिफेंस एक्सपो का है वो आयोजित होने जा रहा है। अगर इसकी देखें कि कितना बड़ा है ये, तो निश्चित रूप से आप देखेंगे कि ये लगभग जो है अब 42,800 वर्ग मीटर में फैला हुआ है। इसके पहले जो 10वां संस्करण इसका हुआ था उसमें 26,774 वर्ग मीटर था। तो अगर हम देखें तो ये काफ़ी विशाल है, और इसमें अगर विनिर्माण के क्षेत्र में आने वाली कंपनियों की बात करें तो जैसा आपने कहा कि 989 की संख्या है जिन्होंने यहाँ पर रजिस्टर करवाया है, और लगभग 165 उनमें से विदेशी कंपनियां हैं जिन्होंने अपने को रजिस्टर कराया है, यहाँ पर आने की सहमत दी है, अपने तमाम सारे उपकरणों को यहाँ पर प्रदर्शित करने की सहमति प्रदान की है। रुकमा, इस क्षेत्र में महत्वपूर्ण उत्तर भारत में तब और अधिक हो जाता है डिफेंस एक्सपो जब सरकार का प्रस्तावित बुंदेलखंड जो है डिफेंस कॉरिडोर जो है अब शुरुआती चरण में है। किस तरह से प्राइवेट कंपनियां जो रक्षा क्षेत्रों के उपकरणों को बनाने के लिए, और खास तौर पर जोर जो दिया जा रहा है वह सूक्ष्म, लघु और मध्यम स्तर के जो हथियार होते हैं उनके निर्माण के लिए ये प्राइवेट कंपनियां जो है और उसके यहां पर आएंगी। डिफेंस कॉरिडोर का किस तरह से डेवलपमेंट किया जाएगा, किस तरह से उसको बढ़ावा दिया जाएगा, उसकी एक रूपरेखा बनेगी, एक योजना बनेगी। और जब 5 तारीख को यहां पर प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी इस डिफेंस एक्सपो का उद्घाटन करेंगे तो निश्चित रूप से इसका जो सूत्र वाक्य है कि भारत जो है विनिर्माण के क्षेत्र में, खासतौर पर रक्षा उत्पादों के विनिर्माण के क्षेत्र में एक महत्वपूर्ण हब बनने की तैयारी कर रहा है। निश्चित रूप से उस दिन यह पूरा दृश्य यहां पर दिखाई देगा। रुकमा,
Right, and what are the organizers saying about their expectations as far as footfalls are concerned, as far as, what do they expect from this exhibition, its significance moreover for people there?
बिल्कुल रुकमा, जिस तरीके से मैंने आपको बताया कि उत्तर भारत में आयोजित होने वाला ये पहला डिफेंस एक्सपो है, अपने में विशालता जो इसकी है और जिस तरीके से रक्षा उपकरण यहाँ पर प्रदर्शित किए जाएंगे, निश्चित रूप से उत्तर भारत के लोगों के लिए एक जो है ये सौभाग्य का विषय है कि लखनऊ में इसका आयोजन हो रहा है। और ये महत्वपूर्ण इसलिए, रुकमा, मैं फिर एक बार अपनी बात को दोहराता हूँ कि यह महत्वपूर्ण इसलिए और अधिक हो जाता है कि जब प्रस्तावित बुंदेलखंड का डिफेंस कॉरिडोर, उसमें किस तरह से प्राइवेट सेक्टर में जो है रक्षा उत्पादन को बढ़ावा दिया जाए, किस तरह से सूक्ष्म, लघु और मध्यम दर्जे के रक्षा उपकरण या सेना को सप्लाई किए जाने वाले वो तमाम सारे उपकरण, कहीं ना कहीं इसके पीछे जो है सारी धारणा जो है मेक इन इंडिया की है। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी या केंद्र सरकार जब मेक इन इंडिया पर जोर देते हैं तो मेक इन इंडिया का क्षेत्र कौन सा होगा, डिफेंस के तमाम सारे उत्पाद जो हम विदेश से मंगाते हैं वह अपने यहाँ कैसे तैयार हो सकते हैं, अपनी घरेलू निजी कंपनियां किस तरह से उसको बढ़ावा दे सकती हैं, उन सारी चीज़ों को लेकर के यहाँ पर रूपरेखा तैयार होगी और लोगों को इस बात को लेकर के काफ़ी जो है वो सोचने की जरूरत है कि किस तरह से जो है वो इस रक्षा उत्पादों को पैदा करने के लिए जुड़ सकती हैं। ये एक झांकी होगी, एक वानगी होगी रक्षा क्षेत्र में तमाम सारे उपकरणों को बढ़ावा देने के लिए। रुकमा।
Right, Ashutosh, thank you very much for joining us there and for your inputs. And now moving on, the 22nd meeting of the Central Zonal Council comprising the states of Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand will be held at Atal Nagar, Nawa Raipur today. Union Home Minister Amit Shah will chair the Central Zonal Council meeting. Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh is the Vice Chairman and host of the meeting, while the Chief Ministers from the state in the zone, along with 2 ministers each, are the members of the council. Chief Secretaries and senior officers from the state governments and the union government will also attend the meeting. The meeting of the Central Zonal Council was last held in Lucknow on September 24th, 2018. Home Minister Amit Shah will chair the council meeting. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on Monday asserted that no power can now stop Kashmiri Pandits from returning to Kashmir, as he strongly defended the Modi government's decision to reorganize Jammu and Kashmir and scrap its special status under Article 370. He also sent out a strong message to Pakistan saying India will not touch anyone, but if someone bothers it, then it is not going to let them live in peace.
जम्मू कश्मीर अब भारत का इंटीग्रल पार्ट। अब यदि बात यदि कुछ होनी होगी किसी मुद्दे पर पाकिस्तान के साथ, तो केवल पीओके पर बात होगी और किसी दूसरे मुद्दे पर बात नहीं होगी। याद रखना वह क्षण भी आएगा कि हम जम्मू कश्मीर का ऐसा विकास करेंगे, ऐसा डेवलपमेंट करेंगे कि मेरे बहनों भाइयों, पाक ऑक्युपाइड कश्मीर के लोग भी यह नारा लगाना प्रारंभ करेंगे कि पाकिस्तान से हमारा रिश्ता टूटना चाहिए और भारत के साथ हमारा रिश्ता जोड़ना चाहिए। वह क्षण भी आ सकता है।
In Jammu and Kashmir, one terrorist was eliminated in an encounter with security forces in Arwani village of Kashmir on Monday. A joint team of the police and army launched the operation after receiving a specific input about the presence of terrorists in the area. Arms and ammunition have been recovered from the site of the encounter. Further details are being ascertained. And in other news, police raided the ancestral home of anti-CAA activist Sharjeel Imam in Bihar, hunting for him in sedition cases lodged across several states for his alleged inflammatory speeches. But he eluded the dragnet. Jehanabad police swooped on Imam's ancestral home on Sunday night after help was sought by central agencies. Police in 2 northeastern states, Manipur and Arunachal Pradesh, have lodged FIRs against the JNU scholar. Raids were also held across Mumbai, Patna and Delhi by 5 teams of the crime branch. Meanwhile, Jawaharlal Nehru University has also summoned Sharjeel Imam, a research student of modern Indian history, to explain his position on the allegedly provocative speeches he made. Chief Proctor of JNU has directed Sharjeel Imam to meet the proctorial committee by the 3rd of February. Budget 2019-20 had focused on structural and tariff policy reforms to improve distribution sector efficiency. The priority is well placed as renewable energy is being used as a means to double farmers' income wherever possible. The Finance Ministry in a tweet said that 175 gigawatts of renewable energy will be installed by the year 2022 to build a healthy planet with less carbon-intensive economy.
The PM Kusum scheme of the government empowers the Annadata to also be an Urja Data. The Ministry of New and Renewable Energy has launched the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Urja Suraksha Evam Utthan Mahabhiyan or PM Kusum scheme for farmers for installation of solar pumps and grids, connecting the solar and other renewable power plants in the country. The PM Kusum scheme, the scheme covers grid-connected renewable energy power plants, standalone solar-powered and agricultural pumps along with the components. Component A, 10,000 megawatts of decentralized ground-mounted grid-connected renewable power plants of individual plant size up to 2 megawatts. Component B, installation of 17.50 lakh standalone solar-powered agricultural pumps of individual pump capacity up to 7.5 horsepower. Component C, solarization of 10 lakh grid-connected agricultural pumps of individual pump capacity up to 7.5 horsepower. The scheme will open a stable and continuous source of income to the rural landowners for a period of 25 years by utilizing their land. The scheme will also help the DISCOMs to achieve the RPO target. The scheme will benefit 17.5 lakh farmers over a period of 4 years without adding to the grid load. DD India.
And now for some international news. US President Donald Trump on Monday said he will announce his suggestion for lasting peace between Israel and Palestine at the White House this afternoon. Earlier in the day, Palestinian leaders who have not been invited to the White House rejected the U.S. initiative, accusing the Trump administration of being pro-Israel biased. President Trump told reporters that this is a plan that is very important to peace in the Middle East, and he hoped that Palestinians would accept the peace deal. Meanwhile, Israel PM Benjamin Netanyahu thanked Trump for his tremendous support for the Israeli cause. He said that the deal is essentially an opportunity and Israel is not going to pass it by. Netanyahu said under Trump there has been unprecedented security and intelligence cooperation between the two countries. On to sports. In the Australian Open, America's Sophia Kenin made her first career Grand Slam semi-final after defeating Ons Jabeur 6-4, 6-4. Jabeur fought off 5 set points in the first set, but Kenin took it in the end in a grueling contest. Leander Paes and Latvian Jelena Ostapenko will face American Bethany Mattek-Sands and Briton Jamie Murray in the second round of the mixed doubles today. Paes and Ostapenko erase a one-set deficit to edge out local wildcard entrants Storm Sanders and Mark Polman's 6-7, 6-3, 10-6 in the opening round. Rohan Bopanna and his Ukrainian partner Nadia Kichenok have progressed to the mixed doubles quarterfinals. They defeated the team of Nicole Milichar and Bruno Sor 6-4, 7-6 in their second round. Fourth seed Simona Halep overcame a gutsy display from Elise Mertens to secure her place in the Australian Open quarterfinals with a 6-4, 6-4 win. The 2018 finalist was a break-up in the first set and 2 breaks up in the second, but saw her advantage eroded by the Belgian 16 seed in both sets. Fifth seed Dominic Thiem was in ruthless form as he beat Gael Monfils in straight sets to reach his first Australian Open quarterfinal. The Austrian did not face a single break point in a 6-2, 6-4, 6-4 win over the French 10th seed. And time now to take a look at the top stories published in the newspapers from the national capital. Well, most newspapers have focused on firstly the latest news and information about the coronavirus and also about how the Air India deal that the government is all set to go through. Well, looking at the Times of India, it talks about a special Air India plane ready to get out Indians trapped in Wuhan. The embassy is working out the final details and 3 persons meanwhile have been quarantined in New Delhi. There is no case confirmed of the virus in India so far. It also talks about how China has limited N95 mask exports. Europe and Hong Kong route orders to India. So mask manufacturers in India, it appears, according to this report, are set to profit. Meanwhile, the Times of India front page again talks about a report of the ED tracing suspicious flow in PFI accounts, claims it is funding anti-CAA agitation. And the box item contains the agency's report to the Ministry of Home Affairs. Meanwhile, the outfit says charge is absurd and cops are just trying to save face. And well, other information related to this given in detail both on the front page as well as on the inside pages as well in the story. Moving on to the Hindustan Times. Well, the Hindustan Times, like other newspapers, has focused on the front page about how the centre has put entire stake of Air India on the block. It says that the government has invited initial expressions of interest, sets March 17th deadline for submissions. All details they're given up, and it is up for sale again. This is the second time that the government is doing it, but this time it has put the entire stake of the airline, that is in the red, on the block. Moving on to the Tribune, it talks about how across the world the Holocaust, the 75th anniversary of the Holocaust is being observed today. It says here, 75 years on, survivors return to Auschwitz. Liberation of death camp warn of rising anti-Semitism, recount Nazi horrors. And there's a beautiful picture here of people, children, going to visit the site where all those horrors took place during the World War, even as 75 years have passed since those horrific incidents. Now, moving on to the Economic Times, it leads with how transactions involving Aptech shares under the scanner as Jhunjhunwala is under the SEBI lens for insider trading. It talks about what insider trading is and when that becomes illegal, and what Aptech, who is the head of Aptech's head Jhunjhunwala, is in the SEBI, under the SEBI scanner now because of insider trading. And finally, the ideas page of the Indian Express has this speculative article on the budget. It says a heightened fiscal deficit in the budget can help increase spending and rejuvenate markets, especially in sectors like real estate and renewables. So political and economic thinkers across the board looking at the steps that could be announced in the budget that is due in just a few days from now, on the 1st of February. Well, those were the top stories as far as the newspapers were concerned for today from the national capital. Moving on to other news, the curtains may have come down on the third edition of the Khelo India Youth Games in Guwahati recently. But there are stories emerging on the passion for sports in the most underprivileged sections of society. Here's a rare example of the Mondal family, from where 3 exceptionally gifted youth, ably supported by their mother, participated in the recently concluded games. Take a look.
This is the home of the Mandals in the outskirts of the city of Guwahati. A family which sustains on modest means is, however, the hope of an emerging culture of sports in this vast country, where the family is the microcosm of support for all-round participation in sports. The walls of the house are adorned with symbols of excellence in sports and games. Trophies and medals abound here as recognition of their achievement. Meet Sujit, Pradeep, Mallika and their mother Purnima Mandal, who earned quite a distinction. All the 3 siblings, supported by their able mother, participated in the recently concluded 3rd edition of the Khelo India Youth Games in Guwahati. The only breadwinner of the family, Purnima, works in the GMC and puts her best efforts to make the ends meet in sustaining the passion for her children in sports and games.
मेहनत तो मैं पूरा जोरदार से मेहनत कर रही हूँ, इसीलिए आज इतने तक वो लोग पहुँचे। और एक बात है, पहुँचने का बात ही जो हम लोग का जीएमसी का मैम है, उस मैम के लिए आज इतने दूर पहुँच गई मैं जीएमसी का काम करती थी। कि जितने दिन खेल शुरू हुआ उस दिन से मैं वहीं काम करी, तो सुबह 6 बजे से रात 10 बजे तक।
She is of the firm opinion that sports can have a transformative impact in their lives.
खेलने दिया जो उससे कुछ अच्छा कुछ मिले तो ही मुझे खूब खुशी होगा और संसार भी चला सकूंगी।
All the children put up strenuous effort to come up to this stage, thanks to the untiring efforts of the mother. It's early in the morning and Sujit, the eldest, is busy at the ground continuing his practice sessions in Kho-Kho with a rigorous regimen. Though his team Assam lost out in the league stage in the Khelo Games, the experience gathered has been phenomenal.
अच्छा था, बहुत टफ टीम भी है। पहले लीग में ही तो अच्छा टीम मिला।
Sister Mallika is already showing a lot of promise at the early stages of her career. Summer or winter, she ensures that she is in the Sarusajai Stadium pursuing her passion in football. She dreams of adorning the Indian jersey in the near future.
फुटबॉल प्रैक्टिस हर रोज़ होता है, मॉर्निंग ज़्यादा कम होता है क्योंकि स्कूल रहता है और दूर है ग्राउंड घर से, इसीलिए इवनिंग ज़्यादा करते हैं। इवनिंग 3 बजे से 5:36 बजे तक करते हैं, तो कोशिश करूँगी कि जल्दी से जल्दी इंटरिम के लिए सिलेक्शन हो जाए।
Meanwhile, brother Pradeep is busy dribbling the ball to perfection, as his passion to represent the Indian team in hockey in the near future is all palpable.
इस बार खेलो इंडिया में खेल के बहुत अच्छा लगा, बहुत अच्छा टीम है। हम लोग अभी आसाम के लिए खेलेगा, उसके बाद अगर मौका मिले तो इंडिया में भी खेलेगा।
As a true mother, Purnima Mandal continues to exercise extra efforts in the stitching machine to weave clothes and dreams that would earn extra bucks for the family to pursue their passion in sports, a belief which is shared by all the children.
मम्मी कभी सिलाई करते हैं घर पे, कभी बाहर का काम करते हैं दिन में।
मम्मी तो बहुत मेहनत करते हैं हम लोगों के लिए।
हम लोगों के लिए बहुत मेहनत करे, सुबह उठ के हम लोगों को देखते हैं कि हम लोग क्या प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं कि नहीं, और देखते हैं कि अच्छे से करो, खेल में अच्छा कर सकते हैं, ऐसा बोलते हैं।
As resilience in the Mandal family has clearly shown their resolve to excel in sports against all odds, it is clearly established the transformative power of sports under any circumstances. Parthu Chakravarti with camera person Tapan Vaishya for DD News Guwahati.
And time now for the weather report. Well, we've come to the end of this edition of the Breakfast Show, but before we go, we leave you with glimpses of a sledge race in the snowy hillsides of the Czech Republic's Krkonoše Mountains. Take a look and enjoy. Namaskar. Have a great day.